Have you ever glanced at someone's phone and caught a glimpse of their apps? You can see their social interests, favorite restaurants, where they bank.
It can be a screenshot into who they are. But as Mike and the KSL investigators discovered, the creators of those apps are getting more than just a glimpse.
Yeah, Dave and Deanie, they're getting a digital download of your life. And what you might not know is it's happening whether you're using your phone or not. So, just how many trackers are going after your personal information? The KSL investigators decided to track them as well.
All right, everyone, pull up a chair, grab your phone, and let's talk about those tiny little squares on your screen for a moment. Man, we love apps, don't we? They're useful, informative, entertaining, educational, and let's be honest, a lot of apps are a complete time suck. But time may not be the only thing these apps are sucking.
There's a lot more information gathered about us than what we think.
That's Trent Levitt, a digital forensics and electronic discovery manager at Eide Bailly. And the information he's talking about,
they're gathering analytical patterns about us.
Is your personal information. Could be your contacts, photos, places you've been, items you purchased, things you have searched. Information gathered by various apps, morning, afternoon, even in the still of the night.
Click right through. Yes, yes, yes. Just give me my app. I just want to play a game, or I just want to use this app for whatever intended purpose it is. Most people don't care about the back end of it.
Now, the back end he's talking about has to do with third-party companies. According to a group of independent researchers called the Haystack Project, 70% of Android apps are collecting your personal information. And the developers often sell that personal information to third-party companies, meaning a lot of stuff about you
and I really do have concerns about it.
Is being shared with people and businesses you do not know.
I'd rather let them have my information, tell you the truth.
All right, fair enough, but to tell you the truth, you likely gave them permission.
That's right.
Most apps have a terms of use policy and/or an end-user license agreement. The font is small, the words are big, and if you haven't passed the bar, you may have some legal questions.
It's gonna start getting hot and heavy.
Quick example. If you have ever played HQ Trivia, hoping to win a few pennies,
I'm jazzing right now, but that's not the answer.
You agreed to a legal policy, this legal policy. And like many others, it's really
long, and it's really fine print, and no one wants to read it.
But maybe we should. There's an entire section called Personal Information we collect about you and how we use it. For example, they track the website you came from and the website you go to after a game of HQ. They track the time you play, how long you play, and the location you play. They're also collecting information about the computer, tablet, or smartphone you use, saying, quote, "We use this information to determine products and services that may be of interest to you for marketing purposes."
Users of these apps are just going to be abused.
Skyping from San Francisco, that's Patrick Jackson.
They don't realize how much data is being taken from them, and they're not getting anything in exchange.
He's a chief technology officer for a software company called Disconnect. And if you want to know what he thinks about these app trackers mining your information,
it's creepy.
So his company created a non-creepy app called Privacy Pro. In short, it blocks those privacy-invasive trackers, invisibly collecting data inside your apps and browsers. Now, to see it in action, the KSL investigators gave it a shot.
You can see this graph, and it just kind of gives you an idea.
Downloaded the app.
And you can just keep scrolling and scrolling.
And watched at just how many trackers were trying to take our information. Get this, in less than a week.
It says here, DoubleClick is an ad company owned by Google.
More than 4,000 trackers had been blocked. That's hundreds of trackers every single day, not to mention the data they're eating up at a rate of nearly 3 gigabytes a month on our phone.
If this was in the physical world, as we walked around, if you saw people walking behind you, recording you, I think you would shout at them and say, "Stop following me, this is creepy." You know, you wouldn't even care what they were doing with that data. I think you would just be creeped out they were collecting it in the first place.
What Privacy Pro could not tell us is which apps were infested with trackers and what specific data was being mined. And while a lot of us would find that information very valuable, in the end,
this is the world we live in. Until legislation changes,
we're probably not going to get it. That is until app designers are either forced to become more transparent or
you can go back to just a dumb phone.
Or we decide to go back to living our lives like this.
So if you are not willing to go back a few decades to that old rotary dial, there are a few things that you can do to better protect your data. One, you can turn off background app refresh. Also, maybe try deleting any old or unused apps from your phone. And turn on limit ad tracking if you have an iPhone.